Hello everyone. Today we have our class number 7 with the lesson 3A, which is about plans and predictions, and the grammar will be going to. So let's begin. Okay, first I'm going to explain real quick the lesson. The topic or the name of the lesson is Trip Aside. And here we have a question. What are we going to do? The answer will be we're going to visit the Louvre. So we're going to start with the vocabulary about airports. Here we have some signs and you are going to match them with the words. Okay, pay attention to the underlined syllable. Remember, this is the word stress, how we identify the word stress. So you can practice your pronunciation here. After you do this activity, then you can check with the first audio is 3.1. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about this number 3. You have a reading and a listening, so you have to check that after we see the number 2. And this is number 2. It's the pronunciation of the letter G. This letter has two sounds, like in this word, baggage. First, we have the G. Aquí como está la doble G, suena como en la palabra gato en español. Y la segunda suena como Y. Ok, ese sería el otro sonido de la G. Entonces lo que van a hacer aquí es leer estas palabras que tienen aquí en la parte B. Y primero ustedes practiquen cuál creen que sea el sonido. El primero como en girl o el segundo como en jazz. Ok, las van a escribir en estos dos, en esta tablita, perdón. Y después van a escuchar el audio 3.3 para que revisen si estuvieron bien en la pronunciación. Aquí en esta parte, bueno, ahorita lo vamos a ver en la siguiente página, que es lo que van a poner aquí en estos pequeños recuadros de la lectura. Okay, so here is on part B. These are the phrases that you need to complete with the reading. Okay, so it says read the article again and complete it with the missing phrases. So just write the letter because there's too little space in there. So just write the letter depending on the one that corresponds. And on part C, it says look at some words and phrases from the article related to air travel. What do you think they mean? Tenemos estas palabras. ¿Las conocen? Have you heard them before? Okay, so I'm going to help you a little bit with these words. The first one says layover, o en British English sería stopover. Las dos se refiere a la escala. Okay, recuerden que estamos hablando de vocabulario del aeropuerto. So this is escala. The first one is American English and the second one is British English. La siguiente frase sería connecting flight, que es vuelo de conexión. En la parte de abajo we have departure lounge, que sería la sala de espera del aeropuerto. Then we have duty free shop. Esta frase se refiere a la tienda libre de impuestos. Okay. And the last one is air traveler, which is viajero aéreo. Already, so just some new vocabulary related to the airport. After that, you have another listening with this, well, you have a conversation here, also in the airport. And now we have the grammar on number 4, okay, with be going to, and usually we use it for plans and predictions. Aquí vamos a completar. Ahorita vamos a ver la parte de la gramática, las estructuras, pero en esta parte es donde estarían completando con estas frases, ¿ok? After that we have the communication, y en esta actividad la van a realizar en pares, pero no van a enviar ningún audio, solo es práctica, ¿ok? And you already have these questions from page 103 and page 109 in the PDF that I share with you. Those who already have the book, well, you just have to go to these pages. Okay, here is the part where you need to answer true or false according to the listening that you have for this conversation. And the other is the question, have you ever had a long layover at the airport? Where were you and what did you do? You also have space here to answer these 3 questions. And here in the speaking is also practice with your partner. You have to imagine that you work for TripAside and you're planning a tour for people who have a layover at your nearest airport. So you can take these questions in consideration to plan your trip. However, even though it says speaking, you are only sending the writing, okay? Or the answers for these questions. Entonces, nada más para verificar, la actividad de communication es práctica, no van a enviar audio, y esta parte de speaking la vamos a cambiar nada más a que sea writing, ok, solo van a mandar las respuestas de estas preguntas que tienen aquí. Okay, so now we're gonna see the grammar bank, and here we have be going to plus the base form of the verb. We use it to talk about future plans or intentions, okay? We also use be going to and the verb or the base form to make a prediction when we know or can see that something is going to happen. For example, it's winter there, so it's going to be cold. The other example says, look at that car, it's going to crash. Okay, so we can use it for predictions or plans, okay? Remember this part. Here we have more examples. Number 1, I'm going to give a talk at a conference. He's going to meet me at the airport. Aquí estamos hablando de planes. On number 2, I'm sure our favorite tennis players are going to lose tomorrow. It's going to rain tonight. Here they are making predictions. Okay? Es la misma estructura, pero el uso es diferente. And here we have the structures for affirmative. Si es primera persona, I'm. Aquí están ya utilizando la contracción, el apóstrofe y la M, que también lo pueden poner completo. Sería I am going to, pero pues aquí es I'm going to. ¿Ok? Si es negativo, le agregamos el not. I'm not going to. If we're talking about you, we or they, lo único que cambia es the verb to be, que ya lo conjugamos y sería are. pero aquí también está la contracción, entonces es el apóstrofe R-I-E. You're going to, we're going to, they're going to. Recuerden que aquí ya se junta el sonido o el fonema de they con er. Ok, there. Y si es negativo, sería la contracción N apóstrofe T. You aren't going to, we aren't going to, they aren't going to. Ok. Tercera persona, he, she, it. Sería la contracción con la S. He's going to, she's going to, it's going to. Si es en negativo, la contracción de N apóstrofe T. He isn't going to, she isn't going to, it isn't going to. Ok, todo esto de going to y el verbo to be es lo que nosotros usamos en español como él va a. El verbo que estamos utilizando, el verbo principal, está en infinitivo. Y bueno, aquí lo único que cambia es el verbo to be. Here are the examples with the questions. Are you going to give a talk? Aquí ya cambia el verbo, ¿ok? El verbo principal es give. Y la pregunta dice, ¿vas a dar una plática? Aquí talk ya no está como verbo, está como sustantivo. Y se refiere a una plática. Is he going to give a talk? ¿Él va a dar una plática? And the short answers, affirmative and negative. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, he is. And no, he isn't. En esa estructura del going to or be going to, todo eso es el auxiliar. Esas tres palabras son auxiliares para utilizar el futuro para planes y predicciones. ¿Ok? Aquí nada más estamos viendo el be going to, pero recuerden que para hablar en futuro también utilizamos el will, but that will be a different lesson. Okay, so this is the activity for the grammar bank, part A, and you have to complete with be going to plus the verb from the list, okay? Remember that the verb be, you need to change it depending on the subject, okay? Like in the example here, what movie? Aquí tenemos el sujeto es you, entonces por eso está are. What movie are you going to see tonight? ¿Ok? El verbo no se modifica, el verbo principal aquí sería sí, el auxiliar es going to, y lo único que cambia es el verbo to be, que es parte del auxiliar, ¿ok? Recuerden que aquí los auxiliares es be, going to, estas tres palabras, pero la única que va a cambiar es be, dependiendo del sujeto. Okay, so right now you can pause the video so you can complete this activity. Ok, en esta última parte, en las 7, aquí al final, después de school, aparece un signo de interrogación. Se lo quitan, por favor, porque si no, no va a tener sentido esta última frase, que es la respuesta de esta parte. Ok, nada más para que no se vayan a confundir. Aquí le ponen un punto. Ok. Alrighty, let's check your answers. I'm gonna start reading and you check on your notebook or your book. Number 1. Is your sister going to learn to drive? 2. We aren't going to go camping next summer. We're going to stay in a hotel. Number 3, you're going to be in level 3 next year. 4, he's going to get a taxi to the airport. 5, I'm going to cook a family meal tonight. 6, you can talk, but I'm not going to listen to you. 7, what are you going to do when you leave school? I'm going to study history at school. Okay. Now we have part B. And look at the pictures, make sentences with be going to plus the verb. Remember the verb to be or the verb be, you need to change it depending on the person or the subject. So here's an example. You're going to love this book. Ok, aquí ya cambiaron la R, perdón, apóstrofe RE porque tenemos el pronombre you. So queda you're going to love this book. Alrighty, so right now pause the video so you can do these 3 phrases, these 3 sentences. So let's check the answers. Here on number 1, Scott's going to win the tournament. Number 2, we're going to be late for work. And number 3, be careful, you're going to break it. Okay, so those are the correct phrases for this part B. Okay, everyone. Well, this lesson is very simple. You are just going to send pages 22, 23. Remember, there's no audio this time, but you have a writing. So just send the answers for the questions, the last part, where it says speaking, but it's going to be only writing, okay? And the communication, it's only for practice, so you need to interact with your partner. Also, this Monday I share with you a quiz on the group of Teams. For those who don't have a platform or who don't have the book yet, you still have time to do this quiz. The deadline is on Sunday, so you can do the review and check for unit 1 and 2. And for those who already have the book, you can do C2 on the platform. Okay, I already checked and there's none of this test or quiz completed yet. Also, I mentioned in the class that I'm going to be adding a tongue twister challenge, which I'll be posting the information later today. For those who want to get extra points, okay, so you will have that information also. So that is everything for today. I hope you have a great weekend. And remember that if you have any questions, you can always send a message. All right? Goodbye. Take care.